Hello, today we will be using jQuery and AJAX to retrieve text files, XML files, and a JSON file. So right now we will be starting with retrieving a text file. So we are using Sublime, as you can see on the screen. We've imported our project folder into Sublime, as you can see on our left here. And what we have is a text file, JSON file, and an XML file. So let's start with retrieving the text file. So you should start with all your HTML foundation code, the doc HTML type, the head, the script, and just the body. You can get a jQuery CDN from Google or the actual jQuery website. Just place that inside the head tag and create another script tag. And that's where we'll be putting the jQuery AJAX. So first we're going to start with AJAX component. Yep. And we are going to be using the AJAX function. This is the jQuery AJAX shorthand. First thing we're going to do is we're going to be using a request. We're going to be using get throughout to retrieve data from a specified source. Then you put your URL information here. So basically where the file is coming from. Since the file isn't in another folder, we can just put a.txt and I'll grab it right away. After that, we'll put the data type, and the data type is self-explanatory. It's asking if it's text, XML, or JSON, and we'll be using or getting a text file. And then this is where we add our function, the success command. So we're grabbing the data, and then we're wanting to alert what we grab. So what we're grabbing is the data, and you can trace the data back to the data type, which is text, and the URL. So it's essentially grabbing the text file and posting it as an alert. So after we save this, we should see it pop up here as an alert. So hello world, and we can make changes if we want to the hello world. You can say hello world, hello, hello. Misspell it. Save that. Refresh, and you'll see that it changes. Alright, so next we're going to be grabbing an XML file. Once again, we'll be using the AJAX shorthand to grab the information. And then we're going to put the request, which is get. And then we're going to add the URL again, which is books.xml this time. And then we're going to add the data type. It's again self-explanatory, which is XML. And then we're going to use the success callback function to add, to get what we're trying to get or call through. Function data, which is going to be data type. So the first thing we want to do is grab the XML file, and then we want it to find the book, and then each book it finds, we're going to run another function function will be for every book we find, we want to grab the author and the title. So we're going to make some variables here. One will be for the author, which is going to be this find author dot text. And then the next variable will be title. So we're gonna grab this find and title text. And then once we have those variables, we want to alert the author that we find with the book accompanying it, like so, and then alert the title right after the author accompanying the first book we find, and so on. And then with everything said and done, it should look something like this when you refresh the page. So we're accessing the books.xml, and then we want it to find the first book, and when it does, we want it to alert the author, which is Matthew Gambardella, and the title of the book, which is XML Developer's Guide. And depending on what you have in your XML file, it will go down the list. So this is the first book it grabs, and the second book should be Kim Rawls' Midnight Rain. So there you see Kim Rawls, Midnight Rain, and so forth until we get to the last book. Okay. So for the third and last file we'll be retrieving is JSON. Once again, we'll start with shorthand AJAX. And then type will remain as get. Grab the URL as well, which is going to be speakers.json. And then the data type is a JSON file. And our success callback function, grabbing data once again. So for this, we'll be adding a constant called object, or obj for short, which will be speakers. Data.speakers. We are referencing this from, of course, the JSON file, and this is what we're referencing, speakers. So when we create that constant, we'll do a for loop, and within the for loop, we'll have properties constant, and we'll say in the object, for every property in the object, we want to alert the speaker and then the speech title. So that's what we're typing out right now. So we're going into the data speakers JSON file, and we're getting the properties. Properties are Jeffrey Toobin, Andrew Ross Sorkin, and Emi Chua. And when we get that properties, we want to alert the speaker. And then the second alert will be speech title. With everything, then what you should see when you refresh the page is alert message grabbing the first speaker, like we asked right here, and then the speech title, then the second speaker, second title, third speaker, third title, and you can reference this all in the JSON file. And that is how you retrieve JSON.